Hello and welcome to Witness Awake. I am your host, Jonathan. I am broadcasting from a closet, sort of, in the gym. It's just sort of a coat rack thing. Yeah, it's just a good little spot, why not? So I think I'll set the introduction going, so... Okay, well, normally I try to post one per week because, well, I don't have a whole lot of time. But you get a 2-for-1 special today because I have one premiering this afternoon. And this one that I'm going to post after I'm done because today, April the 15th, is the Memorial of Jehovah's Witnesses. That is significant because in 2012, I attended the memorial and I looked around at the people that I had known for years who just sort of stared off into the distance when ever, I was around. And I thought to myself, why am I doing this? It seemed a little ridiculous. I had been disfellowshipped for most of a year, and rather than write a letter to the elders, which is what you normally would do when somebody's disfellowshipped, if you don't know, the way that they get back in the good graces of the congregation and the elders and so on is they write a letter basically saying, oh, I'm sorry, I repent, I won't do it again, I'll do better. Also attending the meetings, so even though you don't get to participate in the meetings, I guess you participate in that. You could be there for the prayer and you could be there also for the singing, but that's it. You don't get to comment or talk to anyone. Yeah, that's the things that you do in order to get back to be reinstated as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I made no attempt to do that. Made no attempt to do that because I didn't feel that I was going to measure up. Years of being taught that we're kind of worthless and good for nothing, plus the natural feelings of guilt and shame that go with being shunned, just sort of culminated in me going, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not for me. I'm not saying that I stopped believing at that point. I still thought that it was the truth. But I just sort of decided that I was going to exit from the game and stay on the sidelines, and that's it. So this marks the 10-year anniversary of when I made the decision to never go back to the meetings again. And that's pretty significant. A lot has happened in 10 years. Let's see, what has happened? I got divorced from my first wife. I got remarried to a lovely woman, my partner and best friend. I also have a great family. We have 4 kids together from her previous relationship, and we have a 5th child that is, from us, and I'm very happy about everything. I have never felt the desire to go back to the meetings. I've never felt the desire to even attend the memorial because a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses. Not a lot. A certain percentage of Jehovah's Witnesses will basically, just not go. They stay home. They don't go to the meetings, so they're what's called inactive, or they've kind of faded. But what they might do is, because the memorial is super important to Jehovah's Witnesses, they might go to the memorial. So that's the one meeting that they're going to do, the memorial, which is a silly little observation that really only does something for the anointed, because they're the ones who partake of the wine and the bread, whereas the vast majority of Jehovah's Witnesses will simply get a hold on a plate and pass it on to the person next to them, and they get a glass of wine and they pass it on to the person next to them. So they just pass it around. There's different thoughts on whether it means anything to do that. I've heard that some people think that, by not partaking, they're rejecting the body and the blood of Christ, and that it really doesn't mean anything. Also, that Jesus said to take and do this in remembrance of me, not a ceremony where you just sort of pass things around, but to actually partake of these items in order to benefit from it. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a silly little thing. It's super important. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember if it was a half an hour or 45 minutes long, something like that people would go to the memorial. Generally, you've got several congregations in a city, and they're all sort of crammed into the Kingdom Hall, or they rent a venue. And because you've got one congregation coming in after the other, you basically have to get there, sit down, and then get out of there, because the next congregation is going to show up, because they have to do it after sundown on Nisan 14 of the Jewish calendar. So that's why it doesn't fall on the same day of the year every year. It does vary depending on what the Jewish calendar says. I always thought it was a little weird, personally. But, you grow up a certain way and you just do things. Even though you think they're a little weird, you still do them because that's what you're taught. And that's what you believe is the right thing to do. But I don't go anymore, and I am delighted about that. Life is good, I don't need that anymore, and I'm so glad about that. I just do my own thing, I try and be a good person. I try and take care of my family and keep my wife happy and keep my kids happy if I can. Kids are kids. And try and keep myself happy. And now, doing what I do here with activism, being on YouTube and TikTok and the like, talking to, lots of interesting, cool people that I wouldn't have been able to talk to in the past because they are worldly or they're apostates. You know what? They're good people. Nobody's perfect, and there's good people and bad people in all different groups. But generally speaking, I've seen a lot of good people, and I'm happy to know them. So if you're watching this, thank you for watching this. I really appreciate it. And if you're somebody that is in my Discord or on my TikToks or just watches my YouTube, thank you. It's a group effort, and it's encouraging when I get to speak to people and share experiences with them. And all you that are doing something like that, I'm proud of you. It's a good work. Used to be, as a Jehovah's Witness, you were doing the good work of going door to door and talking to people and trying to save them from the coming destruction that Jehovah's gonna put on it, the entire planet, and knock out 99.9% of the population of the earth for this special little group. Yeah, I don't believe that anymore. So I'm happy to do a different kind of good work, which is to get people out of cults, hopefully. I know it's sort of a personal decision that people have to make. I can't shake them. Wake up. Even though I would like to sometimes. They still have to come to their own decisions. But, you know, if I can put a little kernel or nugget of doubt or, you know, reasoning ability, some sort of questions that makes them think, maybe they'll be moved to get out on their own. And if somebody sees a sign that I've made, or a video that I've made, or a sticker, or whatever, and that is the little thing that they need to keep them from joining the organization, I'm happy to do it. So here's to 10 years, and hopefully lots of more. Lots of more? That doesn't make sense. Hopefully lots more. I'm at work, so I don't have a beer or a wine glass to raise and toast, my little pagan toast to 10 years, but we'll just pretend. So here's to 10 years. And I thank you for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. If you can, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And yeah, just keep coming back. Comments are nice. I'm going to try and do more questions for people so that there's a little, back and forth and interactivity here. So, do you have a memorial story to tell? Let me know in the comments if there's something that happened, a funny story, somebody fell out of their seat, whatever. One of the anointed spilled the wine all over the lap. I don't know, whatever you got, let me know, and we'll talk soon in the comments. So again, have a great day, and I will catch you later. Bye now.